I did a video a few weeks ago and it caused all types of uproar when I talk about Haitian and Haitian Bahamian. This day is the 21st day of September. And I want the Haitians to know that they come way, way, way far in such a short time. And this FNM government will go down in history having the most members of parliament. One that is direct Haitian, some is first generation Haitian, and all of them are collectively of Haitian background. And for some reason, I see in Abaco, kids that have never been to Haiti prefer to be Haitians than to be Bahamians. Even after they got that Bahamian's passport, they don't want to be associated with us Bahamians. They want to be Haitian Bahamian. But we have in the parliament today, and it will go down in history, that we probably have more persons in the House Assembly under this FNM government that is of Haitian's background than there are of Bahamian. We got people like Frankie Campbell, 100% Haitian, and he's a minister. Ellsworth Johnson, first generation Haitian. We got the folks. We got that lady Emmanuel. We can't read what she write. She's married to Haitian. You got Diagula, the washing machine man. I believe he got more sense than everybody else. Then you got Carl Bethel inside there. His people, all Haitians. And this has never happened in the history of this country. So I want you all FNM to pay attention. And the thing is, nobody knew all of this until after they got elected. This is what I call the quiet takeover. That is why the Director of Immigration so busy taking pictures, he can't do his job. There was a time that we would see some type of immigration on the streets. After Hurricane Dorian, every Haitian or person of Haitian descent, every Haitian throughout the country come to Abaco. Jobs, jobs, jobs. In Hopetown, we got over 300 people, all Haitians, on the property of Elbow Key Club. The man tried to get them off for 3 months. 300 illegals on Hopetown on one property alone. And the authorities wouldn't do anything. How could Ellsworth Johnson order immigration to move his brothers, his Haitian brothers and sisters? How could Frankie Campbell, Emmanuel, Diagolo, all them get together and say, look here, leave that alone. Let Abaco suffer even more. Kai had a job 1 year, 21 days. Only through the mercy and the goodness of the universal God that Kai is surviving. 10th generation Abaconian can't find a job in my hometown. There's so many young persons that I would like to see have a job. These guys are aggressive, they're willing to work, but they're not gonna work for Haitian pay. Even after the hurricane, Bahamians are hiring these people. You imagine I'm there by Geno's the other day. The police gonna come into Geno's and the man that he see Geno's license to sell. And right there in the front of Roderick Convenience Shop, every morning I see about 5 or 6 Haitian vehicles. set up selling along there and not any interruption from the police. See, I saw this many years ago. We have Haitians right to the top in the police force, second in command of the police force. They was doing this for many years. The ones that are Haitian police, they would make sure, incriminate all the Bahamians, that when it was time for these jobs, that the Bahamian boys had so many records that they couldn't get these jobs. And the ones that have Haitian descent, they could get these because they have a clean criminal record. I saw it when I was in lockdown in Nassau. The police passed the church that had 100 persons in it. There were so many people, they were having party outdoors every night in the church. The police passed the church, went to the zone, knock on the door. The fellas was inside, like the orders say, you must be locked in. They took them out of the zone and carried them before the courts, and they were fined $1,500 each. But the police, the Haitian police, passed 100 of his comrades partying, selling rum, having sex in the church. And they pass them by every night, and they go hunting for the indigenous Bahamians to put them before the courts to make sure that they have criminal records, that they don't go nowhere in their own country. It is a setup, and the setup has been working for many years. I've seen it. I've seen it. We, the law of this country, is only for Bahamians. The illegals play the fool, and I don't want nobody to ever suggest. I hear some Bahamians say that the Haitians are stupid. Y'all are the stupid ones. Haitians ain't no fools. They have taken advantage of the police force, the defense force, social service, immigration. How could people that are not so smart has bankrolled social service, millions of dollars to repatriate them as soon as they get in Haiti? Our officials pay them. Everybody get $200. They go down in a jet, Bahamas Air jet. They get treated like royalty for breaking the law. They came on a little wooden sailboat, but they go back on a jet, and they get $200 from Bahamas immigration once they land in Haiti. And you say these people are stupid? You know how much $200 could get them when they get back to Haiti? We, like Penland say, are not willing to fight for our country. That is why we're losing it. Bahamians are so afraid in Abaco. Me, myself, gotta watch where I go, watch what I say, because they have the numbers. Now in Abaco, the numbers used to be 2 to 8. Now the numbers are here are 20 to 1. There's 20 young men of Haitian descent, illegal, than one Bahamian on the streets. It is a rare sighting to see a Bahamian on the streets of Abaco. Everywhere you go, like flies, Haitians have taken over the streets, every businesses, and is moist than before the hurricane. Remember, this guy got a multi-million-dollar business that he wants to open and start in Elbow Key Club. And for 4 months, he have asked, please, can you have these persons off my property? And the government needs money. But you think Ellsworth Johnson's gonna come to the aid? You think Clarence Russell, playing producer, has come to the aid of Bahamian? No. He is waiting and doing an intense investigation while we, the people of Abaco and Kai Mills, think that immigration has forgotten them. They are doing an intense investigation on something that you see every day. They ain't too sharp. Use your fancy words for somebody else. Do your investigation and do your job. Forget your investigation because that ain't amounting to nothing. Do your job. Come and repatriate all these illegals out of Abaco. That will be a good look. That is Kai prayer. That is my everyday prayer. That the Bahamas be for Bahamians, period. We in Abaco used to be second-class citizen. Now we're down to fourth-class citizen in my birthplace of Abaco, only because we have a weightless, no good, good for nothing FNM government. That is half of the ministers and members of this FNM government is of Haitian background. First, second, and complete Haitian minister in the government of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Never, ever would I thought of a scene. I know Pinling is rolling over in his grave that he fought so hard. And look what we've come under a prime minister that has 2 sons and 3 children. That is how bad we've come. You're live with Kai on WCAY.